everyone. Welcome to Shell Point Today for Friday, April 3rd. I'm Mary Kay Grimaldi.
And I'm Rich Nation. On today's show, we'll take a visit over to the Island Health Club and give you all the info on the fitness room. And we'll recap stories from earlier this week.
But first, we want to remind you that the Village Church finalizes its observance of Holy Week on Sunday evening with a Season of Praise concert with organist Diane Bish. She has displayed her dazzling virtuosity and unique showmanship the world over to international acclaim. Her performances have been hailed by critics as stunning, virtuoso, fiery, and astonishing. Known as the First Lady of the Organ, this renowned music artist will perform at 6:15. Tickets are available for $10 by contacting the Village Church.
Also, for those who have placed an order for either a baked ham or whole roasted turkey complete traditional holiday dinner, please pick up your order at the Social Center on the island on Easter Sunday between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m.
Looking at the first of next week, there will be a waterfront lunch outing on Monday to the Three Fishermen Seafood Restaurant. This favorite on the Caloosahatchee has a dependable local reputation for generous portions, fantastic service, reasonable prices, and a relaxed family atmosphere. Court pickups begin at 10:30 on the island. Cost is $7 with lunch on your own. Be sure to register at either service desk. Also on Monday, the Tone Chimes will have their spring performance in the afternoon at 3:15. You can ring in the spring by listening to beautiful sounds of the Tone Chimes at the Social Center on the island.
The Island Health Club is a great place to keep your body in shape, to do some cardio, stretching, aerobics, all sorts of workout activities. Michelle Smith is standing by to give us a complete orientation.
Hi, I'm Michelle Smith, Fitness Supervisor. I'm here at the Island Fitness Center with Craig Norling, our personal trainer, to talk about a new course we're offering in this semester of the Health Connection. Craig, what is this class called?
It's going to be fitness orientation.
Fitness orientation. Tell me a little bit about what that entails.
Well, basically, it's just a class to get our residents familiar with the health room and some of the equipment that we do have here.
And that's really important. Here at Shell Point, we lead a very active lifestyle. And if you're not comfortable with using the machines or never have been on a fitness machine, weight machine, or cardio machine, is that where you're going to teach us how to use them all?
Absolutely. And some of the things about the machine is there's a lot of different levels to them depending on how tall you are, just your different body type. And so I'm going to go through and kind of adjust those and teach our residents how to adjust those for them so they can fit them perfectly and just be comfortable with using them on a regular basis.
You know, you mentioned fitting them for the specific individual, and you're right. I see a lot of times individuals come in the weight room and they put it on one setting and they think that's correct for everybody. And that's not right. So we're going to specify it for your individualized need, set it up so you're comfortable and you know the appropriate weight range and repetitions, correct?
Absolutely. And like they'll leave with a handout with all the numbers on it and knowing which machines to use and all the different levels and the different weights and repetitions like you just said.
That sounds great. It's certainly something we're needing here and looking forward to teaching. Tell me about the machines here. What are they? What's that machine? What's that machine? And we all have questions, so tell me about the different weight machines first.
Well, we have 8 different pin-selected machines, meaning 8 machines that use weight, okay, as far as like resistance, okay? And those are all our resistance training machines, and we really use those to build muscle, okay? Those are all machines that we use to, and they're great because they're safe. And, we sit down and we can use that. It's not like that you're picking up or moving any sort of weight, but you're using the machine to have that resistance. We also have different cardio machines, okay, our treadmills, our rower, the ellipticals, and the bikes. And we're going to go through those and teach you how to get set up on those, use the different adjustments, and again, just be comfortable, so you can come here on your own and know how to use those.
And when does this class start?
It's going to start on Tuesday, April 7th, okay, at 1 o'clock, and we'll be right here in the Health Club on the island.
And if you're interested in coming to this class, feel free, please, to sign up with myself, Michelle Smith. My number is 454-2107, or you can email michellesmith@shellpoint.org. and I will schedule you with Craig every Tuesday. This class is, right? Every Tuesday?
Correct.
At 1 o'clock?
Yes, ma'am.
And where is that located again?
The Health Club on the island.
The Health Club on the island. Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much for discussing this with me, and I hope that you call to sign up with Craig.
Thank you.
And now it's time to cover all of today's happenings, menus, and Village Church connections.
Hello and welcome to the happening segment of ShellPoint TV, and this is the weekend edition. I'm Caitlin Van Scoy, and this is Bev Chanley, and we're going to let you know what's happening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to tell you about all of Friday's activities, but before I do, Friday is Good Friday, and all administration offices are closed, and there is no fresh market. We start at 8 a.m. with men's match play doubles tennis at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. At 8:15, we have the Stamp Ministry meeting down in the Stamp Room. Canasta and Samba will be in the common second floor lobby of the Woodlands at 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock is the time for men's match play doubles tennis at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. We have a Good Friday service at the Village Church at 10:15. And also at 10:15, the Inquiring Minds group will be in the Manatee Room. At 12:30, we have Mixed Progressive Bridge down in the Woodlands Game Room. And at 1 o'clock, we have the Diabetes group appointment in the Osprey Room. At 1:15, we have Advanced Table Tennis in the Tarpon Room. Also at 1:15, the Quilters meet in the Osprey Room. From 1:30 to 3:30 today, the Model Train Room will be open for viewing and complimentary tours. At 1:30, we have the Vespers down in the Community Room of the Arbor. Bid Euchre will be played at 2 o'clock in the Sable Room of the Woodlands. And at 2:15, we have water volleyball in the LifeQuest Aquatic Center. We have another Vespers at 2:30 in the Community Room of King's Crown. And our last Vespers of the day is at the Springs at 3:30. 4 o'clock is the time for pickleball at the pickleball courts. And our last Friday activity is game night in the Osprey Room. That is a location change, and that'll be at 6:45. And here's Bev for our Saturday activities.
Thank you, Caitlin. We're going to start at 8 o'clock with pickleball at the pickleball court. Also at 8 o'clock, we have the round robin doubles tennis at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. At 9:30, there's men's and women's doubles tennis at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. And at 9:45, we have duplicate bridge, and that's in the Manatee Room on the island. At 10:15, the Model Yacht Sailing Club will be sailing their boats at the Garden Apartment Pond on the island. And we're going to jump to 1 o'clock in the afternoon with chess in the Library Lounge of the Resident Activity Center. At 1:15, Scrabble will be played in the Library Lounge. Now, table tennis will be in the Tarpon Room at 1:15 and available all weekend long unless it's noted otherwise. And our last activity for Saturday is 3:15 with basic line dancing in the Health Club on the island. Now, here's Caitlin with your Easter Sunday activities.
Thank you, Bev. We're going to start at 6:35 a.m. with the Easter sunrise service, and that'll be in the amphitheater on the island. At 10:15, we have morning worship at the Village Church. It's also broadcasted live on ShellPoint TV, Channel 13, if you can't make it down to the church. 3:30, we have the Sunday Golf Mixer, the ShellPoint Golf Club. And at 6:15, we have a Season of Praise concert. Diane Bish will be here, and it's at the Village Church, and you do need a ticket for that. Well, thank you so much for joining us for the weekend edition. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Menus for your weekend. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is fried oysters with wedge-cut fries and red slaw. The dinner special is the seafood buffet for $15.95, and the soup of the day is lentil. In the Island Cafe for lunch, the special is a fish sandwich with coleslaw and fries for $7.25. The dinner special is Chef's Choice for $8.25. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill are halibut for $18.95 or veal blanquette for $17.95. On Saturday, the Crystal Room is closed. In the Island Cafe for lunch on Saturday, the special is a roast beef French dip with onion rings for $7.25. The dinner special is tilapia piccata with rice pilaf and green beans for $8.25. On Saturday in the Palm Grill, the dinner special is prime rib for $19.95. On Easter Sunday, the Crystal Room features its Easter brunch for $26.95. In the Island Cafe for lunch on Sunday, the special is a meatloaf with mashed potatoes and green beans for $8.75, and they will close at 2 p.m. And the Palm Grill is featuring a special Easter menu from 11 o'clock until 4 o'clock. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm Andy Hawkins, the senior pastor of the Village Church, and I'm here with Randy Woods, our minister of worship and music. And this is an extraordinary weekend coming up, and that's what we're here to talk about, isn't it?
Sure, it's the highlight of the season, our Easter resurrection celebration.
Absolutely, and we have 3 special events taking place this Sunday.
Yes.
And it starts at the crack of dawn, even beforehand, right?
Right, early in the morning, just as we read in the scriptures, we will gather early in the morning at the Lagoon for our sunrise service at 6:45.
Yeah, well, isn't that a special setting for this kind of thing?
Oh, it is. It's one of my favorite services. I think obviously the aesthetic there along the lagoon, but coming early in the morning, we start with the ringing of bells, and there's usually just a little breeze, and looking at the water, the dolphins and the birds, and then the bells ringing to start the service.
Yeah.
As we gather.
The bells ringing, and there's a little wildlife involved, I understand, right?
Sure, as we have done now for over 10 years, we will, as we celebrate the resurrection, we'll be hearing from our own Janice Quinlan, who is our...
That's not the wildlife I was referring to, but maybe you could go there, I suppose.
I'm not sure. We'll find out. But Janice is going to be sharing Sunday morning, and as you know, she is our international worker in residence. Just completing her tour up in New England, so she'll be back to speak on Sunday morning, Easter sunrise service at 6:45. And then as part of that, the wildlife we refer to, I think, is that celebration of freedom that we see when we release the doves.
That's right, the doves.
And that's always very special. A highlight as we conclude the service singing Christ the Lord is risen today, soar we now where Christ hath led, and seeing the doves as they are free from the cage, flying off into the horizon is really inspiring and very special.
Absolutely. That's certainly a unique feature of our sunrise service. I've never been to a sunrise service that had doves like that, and it's been a thrilling time for me.
Yeah,
now, of course, that's just the beginning of the day.
That starts at 6:45.
Yeah, that's right. And so we celebrate Resurrection Day at 10:15 in our morning worship service, and we have some special kinds of musical dimensions to that service, don't we?
Sure. Our guest artist, Diane Bish, will be with us playing for the morning celebration, a wonderful organist, and we're especially looking forward to the opportunity. It's a privilege for our choir to sing 2 anthems that she has arranged. Very festive setting of the traditional Easter hymn, Christ the Lord is risen today, with all the trumpets and fanfare that she has orchestrated, as well as the hymn, Crown Him with Many Crowns, which has a little different character, a new melody that she's composed, as well as the traditional tune. So it's going to be very exciting for the choir to celebrate with Diane at the console, but then as well as we celebrate the resurrection of our Lord, you'll be speaking just on that topic of that victory.
Exactly. The centrality of the resurrection to the Christian faith is so important to recognize and communicate, and certainly we talk about it a lot through the year, but on this special occasion, it's Resurrection Day, we certainly will make much of that and its significance for believers in Jesus, to know that this is not simply some figment of imagination or some sort of theoretical construct, but this is a real historical event that radically transforms our understanding of who we are in before the Holy God, and so it's an extraordinary opportunity to speak, and I love speaking about the resurrection.
And it's so important that we celebrate this truth, whether it's in preaching, in music, visually. We'll have that aspect at the sunrise service with the release of doves, and then with the beautiful flowers, the Easter lily that trumpets forward and speaks again of that resurrection. So many ways that we can express this truth, and we'll celebrate it together. And then we'll continue in the evening. I'm looking forward to the final concert here in our Season of Praise series as Diane Bish is back for this grand concert on Sunday night.
Now, she was here a couple of years ago, which was our first Easter here at the Village Church, and it was just a thrilling time.
Oh, it is.
What a special musician she is, what a special person she is, and the genuineness of her faith comes through in her playing, and I think that is really exciting for me, and I'm really looking forward to having her with that concert in the evening.
Yeah. And everyone should be aware that tickets are available at the door. You can get them Sunday evening, $10, but come out and be a part of this wonderful celebration. Many have seen Diane on TV, on her program, The Joy of Music, as she is concertized around the world. But even in the 13 years that Karen and I have been here in Shell Point, Diane has been here. This will be the 4th time.
Oh, wow.
And even before that. But a wonderful, wonderful musician, and just as you said, a godly lady. And her faith speaks so well, not only in what she says, but in her artistry as a musician.
Indeed.
So we look forward to that.
So a glorious day is planned.
Yes.
And certainly we hope that you'll join us. Sunrise service, 6:45 in the amphitheater overlooking the lagoon. Then our Resurrection Day service at 10:15 in the morning in the village church. And then finally a Season of Praise concert at 6:15 in the evening, also in the village church auditorium with Diane Bish. $10 is the ticket for that concert, and we hope to see you at all of those events, or as many as you can attend. Blessings to each and every one of you.
And now it's time to take a look back at the top stories from this week. When the temperatures begin to rise and you find yourself needing to cool off, here at Shell Point, the Promenade Cafe has a delightful treat that will make you smile. For the Inside Scoop, Nancy Reed is standing by.
Hi, I'm Nancy, and I'm standing outside my Promenade Cafe in my new outdoor dining area. I'd like to invite you to come down sometime for a bite to eat and a beautiful view. This time of year is spectacular for dining outside. But if you want to see something spectacular, you got to come inside and see what I've got that's new in my cafe. Come with me. And what I have now is gelato. I currently carry 4 flavors every day, and I'd be happy to show them to you. It's been super popular. It's the newest buzz at Shell Point. I'm especially fond of gelato coming from an Italian family. And let me explain to you the difference between ice cream and gelato. Ice cream is higher in butter fat and sugar. Gelato has far less air pumped through it, which makes for a more dense product, which means a creamier product. And I have 4 flavors every day. The kind of flavors that you might expect daily. I have a blood orange sorbetto, another flavor called biscotti. I have chocolate chip, and I have a tiramisu today. But I do change these up regularly. And here's an example of the sorbetto. In addition to gelato, I also offer some new breakfast items, and I have a very large lunch menu, including homemade paninis that I offer every day. Another additional popular item down here at my cafe is Mile High Pies. They are so popular. I do homemade dessert bars. I make cinnamon rolls in the morning, and I've always got a smile. I'm ready. So come on into the Promenade Cafe. I'm open Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Come on down and see me.
Wednesday was, well, what can I say? We acted like a bunch of fools. Just watch.
I am here on the scene at the lagoon where there's been a rumor of a massive sea creature. Now, I don't really know what this could possibly be. I'm told it's not a tarpon, it's not a manatee, it could possibly be a mermaid, but at this point there's really nothing going on. But you know the nature of rumors, but we're going to stay here on the story just in case at some point in the future there may be a story to tell you. But at this point, I don't know what I can really tell you except that we are here on the spot waiting to see if there might be some credence to this story that we will bring to you when we have details. Well, there you have it. Back to you.
Then Dan went on to explain the dangers of lightning when this happened.
I'm shooting this as a selfie. That's a new official word if you didn't know, selfie. And you can Google it up. And oh yeah, Google is a new verb, by the way. Anyway, the subject for today is lightning. Now, lightning can be 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 3 to 5 times as hot as the surface of the sun, which is awesome and just overwhelming. So we don't want to mess with lightning. It's estimated that lightning strikes the Earth 100 times every second. That's somewhere on the planet. That's 8.6 million strikes per day and over 3 billion a year. Florida is the lightning capital of the United States, as we all know, and most of the concentration is in Southwest Florida, right where we are. 92% of all lightning strikes between May and September, with July being the peak month with about 30% of all strikes. Besides the obvious burns that can happen, about 25% of those who are hit by lightning have some other kind of physiological or psychological damage, such as neurological problems, depression, ringing in the ears, hearing loss, or other issues. As one expert says, lightning messes with the body's wiring. So lightning is serious and not something to be messed with. As we've heard before in our program, it can strike up to 10 miles away from where there's a storm. So if you can hear thunder, the lightning can hit you. And lightning can hit after the storm has passed. So you really need to wait about 30 minutes after the last thunder to make sure you're in the clear. If you're caught outside during a lightning storm, don't stay near anything tall, because the majority of fatal strikes are actually by bolts that go through the ground after hitting something nearby that's tall. A car is a great place to be during a lightning storm because the metal of the car actually functions like a Faraday cage and directs the lightning around the occupants, so that's a good place to be. And counterintuitively, an airplane is also a pretty good place to be during a storm for the same reason. Now, even if you're in a house, lightning can travel through wiring or through pipes, so you want to stay away from anything that's plugged into the wall or from pipes or water. If someone happens to be struck near you and is unconscious, you can start CPR immediately. The body does not hold any charge from the lightning. That's a myth. So, when you're out and about, keep an eye on the sky and be aware of your surroundings. Whoa!
After retreating back to the dry safety of the shore, Dan had another surprise.
The whale is still stuck in the lagoon and appears to be somewhat annoyed. The U.S. Coast Guard has been summoned, and they should be on the spot. Wait, I think I hear them right now. Yes, folks, they are on the way. Your U.S. Coast Guard will have the matter well in hand. There's nothing to worry about. I'm sure they're going to have this thing totally taken care of very soon. Back to you.
Moving along, we caught up with Greg Pandara at the Crystal to find out about Sunday's brunch.
Hello, Shell Point. We're here at the beautiful Crystal Dining Room with Greg Pandara once again. And you know, here at the Crystal, every Sunday is a fantastic Sunday brunch. But you know, this Sunday, it's going to be a super Sunday brunch. Greg, tell us about it.
Well, it's Easter Sunday, which happens to be our busiest day of the year, and we're putting many top-line items out on the buffet for the Easter Sunday brunch. Last year, we did 500 people in 4 hours, so we expect to do as many this year.
And tell me what some of this high-end stuff, like I see you've got one of my favorites, prime rib. What else do we have?
Well, we got prime rib, and there's going to be, of course, eggs Benedict. Then we got fresh salmon with a scampi sauce. We have herb roasted chicken. There's braised lamb. The mixed grill of spring vegetables, southern style green beans, creamed spinach, candied sweet potatoes, whipped potatoes and gravy, and of course the fantastic Easter dessert buffet. And we will also have our chocolate fountain out, where fruit can be dipped in chocolate as part of your dessert.
That's fantastic. And now you get your beverage here as well?
Oh, you get everything. Everything is included in the price.
Everything, folks. It's an amazing thing, an amazing spread, more than you could possibly eat, but what a selection.
And it's going to be a fantastic day. It really is. You can also use your passport card to pay for the Easter brunch. And that is a big option. That gives you the discount of your passport card.
And that's all yours for only $26.95 for this super Sunday brunch. So come on out this Sunday, Easter Sunday, and enjoy it.
After some rounds of golf, you might find it's time to get that old golf cart serviced or repaired. Actually, so many of us depend on golf carts to get around the Shell Point property. The Shell Point Garage is the place to go to keep this equipment in tip-top shape.
Well, I know probably everybody who's watching knows what this is. It's a golf cart, of course, and they know because so many people here use them, employees and residents alike. And the unique thing is you are well equipped with some really good expertise in way of a golf cart mechanic to service everyone's golf cart when they come here. So not just cars. Pretty much anything that rolls, it seems like you do.
Anything
here,
that rolls,
Scotty.
yes, pretty much, and has a motor or electric motor or whatever. But you know, Paul over here is my master mechanic that I hired. So this is Paul. He's my master mechanic. You say hi, Paul.
So it looks like you're working on a charger here to charge the batteries for the golf carts.
And if the charger's broken, we can repair them too. So.
Now, you ever had a situation where somebody has to have their golf cart towed? Does that ever happen?
Yeah, we'll tow them. Yeah, I got tow strap ready to set up and pick them up if they need to be.
Now, when it comes to electrical golf carts, do you do those too?
Yes, electrical, gas. He's certified in everything to do with a golf cart.
So it's kind of like a car. It's not just their engine. You can fix their
Brakes,
tires, their brakes.
tires.
Wow.
Yep.
Pretty much just like with the cars, they can drop them off. You can do a night drop. They can schedule it. Should they schedule something like this if they know ahead of time?
Well, a lot of time the residents are showing up and just would like their air in their tires checked and just check the water in the batteries. So we do a little quick check for them. But if it's anything that's major, you know, they either make an appointment or drop it off. But a lot of times, even like today, I think 3 or 4 people stop by to get the air in the tires checked to make sure the water in the battery levels were good. And so we've been taking care of that a lot for the residents too.
The temperature affects the batteries. When it gets really, really hot, that's when a battery is going to stop working, or when it gets really, really cold. Is it the same thing with the golf carts?
I would say the heat is worse. Heat's definitely worse.
So
with
that's the number one thing to kill the battery.
Oh yeah, yep.
Okay, so if you're having a problem with your golf cart, or so that you don't have a problem with your golf cart, make sure you have Scotty and his team check it out for you, especially with the hot days that are soon to come here at Shell Point.
Well, that's going to wrap up another week of Shell Point today. Join us on Monday as we will have more news and stories from your favorite place to live. I'm Mary Kay Grimaldi.
And I'm Rich Nation, hoping you have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next time.